We all know those combinations where two parts conjoined can create something even better. For example, what would peanut butter be without jelly? What would baseball be without a mitt? What would High School Musical's dreamy Troy Bolton be without his girlfriend, Gabriella? Actually, I just think that makes Troy single, so maybe that one isn't as bad. But what would water conservation be without correct management? Believe it or not, these are two separate steps working together to achieve the common goal of saving our world's most important resource, water. Currently, out of all of the water that covers the globe, only 3% of it is fresh water. And out of that meager 3%, only 1% is actually accessible to humans. The rest is locked up in the polar ice caps. Now, whether the situation is local, national, or global, water conservation and water management work best when they are together. Now, locally, most of the places we see water management taking place is in agriculture. Undoubtedly, in South Dakota, agriculture is a successful economic resource and is one of our state's proudest involvements. I mean, I literally live in a town where there's a palace of corn. Now, although we already have efficient ways of farming and have actually introduced things like no-till crops, there's always ways that we can improve. According to the National Conference for State Legislators in 2013, the Midwest is extremely liberal in giving out irrigation licenses, whether it's for how many irrigation licenses they give out or how much water each individual can use. Now, this does make sense considering we are agriculture states, but analyst James Moritos in 2012 said that this thinking to the extreme can be the problem. Many states have a misconception that they are immune to water shortages, meaning that sometimes we don't exactly do all of the conserving that we can. Just because South Dakota seemingly has a never-ending water supply does not mean that it is a resource that we should abuse. Therefore, we need to take care and manage our water resources in South Dakota, specifically in agriculture. Agriculture already uses 75% of the world's fresh water, so it's something we need to do in order to maintain the balance. Now, secondly, and nationally, we can see that water conservation, along with water management, can save money. Now, we've all heard of how conserving water in your household can save you money on your bills. Things like turning off the water faucet while brushing your teeth or taking shorter showers. But according to the 2013 Colorado Conservation Board, it can actually save businesses large amounts of money as well. This is money that is put into expansion for businesses, meaning that there is jobs and production increases, benefits that we can actually see within the community. Now, America's future economy lies in green and efficient technology, which is something where businesses taking care of their businesses and instituting these sorts of technologies will be able to reap economic benefits in the future. Now, third and finally, on a global scale, water conservation and water management is a moral obligation. Now, although in South Dakota the most we've had is a dry year or two where crops suffer, but even in places like California, their droughts are nothing compared to what some other countries have. According to the Pacific Institute, 780 million people have no access to clean or basic water for basic necessities like drinking or bathing. And according to globalissues.org, 2.5 million people die annually from a lack of access to water. That's 7,000 a day. 5 people every minute. Now, I understand governments and nations can't exactly work off morality, but although this is just the right thing to do, there's also benefits that the United States can see from this as well. It's good for us because it helps us to expand our form of government. This outreach will help democratic republics expand in other third world countries. Not only that, but we are a world leader, and this sets water conservation as a priority to other nations as well. Barbara Scher said that an isolated country gets nowhere. So it's time the United States expands our humanitarian water management efforts in order to better our world. Now, water management, along with water conservation, saves our people, our environments, and our money. If that isn't a great combination, I don't know what is. Thank you.